What's up, everybody? This is Big Z60, and I did a lousy job of thinking you guys about this in the video, but we had recently hit 100 subscribers, and to me, that's actually shocking. Really, I don't think about coming this far that much, but considering the progress that I have made within the past few months, like even, especially doing top 5, like it's, of course, giving me a bunch of publicity, but it's like, I mean, you guys enjoy my content, and that's what gives me a warm feeling down in my heart. And that's, to me, it says something for me that you guys really like what I do for this channel, and I would very much love to do this in the future. You guys may not believe it, but I really like doing this for my own. And with all the friends that I have met so far, and with all the friends that have got me this far, and you guys that have helped me push this far, thank you guys so much. It really does mean a lot to me to have come this far, and hopefully I still make videos in the future. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed this 100 sub special. See you on the other side. What's up, everybody? It's Big Z60, and welcome to my 100 sub special for my Resource Pack Showcase. This time it's going to be another faithful edit for my 100 sub, my second version, and let's start off with the armor. So the armor, of course, is the same as last time. Nothing really changed, really. It's just the normal 512, 512, or 1024, 1024 difference here. Just the same for all of that, and let me show you an example. So if I put this all on, you can see it's very detailed and everything, and I don't want to have to go abbreviate on that, just like I did last time. So there is that, but the next thing I wanted to show you was the gold items. The gold items are kind of the new ones from, aside from the first one. Instead of having it a yellow, I put it as a tinted orange. I really think it looks cool. I don't know if you guys think it looks ugly, but it complements the actual gold sword that I implemented into here. But sadly, I could not do that for the actual armor, because if I would make that orange, really, if I were to put that on, it would just be yellow. So I don't really want to have to show that. Next thing I want to bring up is the bow. So if I could go grab my bow right here real quick. Not the bows, I'm going to get to that later. Bows still have the same particle effect, but except they have the different charge. So it's full-on black with the charge going from blue to red in the middle, where the crosshair is. Not where the crosshair is, where the string would usually be in the middle of the bow. So that's the main difference that was with the bow, besides it being the normal charge of the actual string on it. Fishing rod is still the same from the cast in the last resource pack. The swords are different though, so if I can go grab the swords, you would see is a very different design, and what I think it should be starting off is from left to right. So I guess we'll start with the wood sword. The wood sword, you can tell, is actually very different. It's more casual than it actually is faithful. So I think I did a really good job editing this. I really wanted to have this little look into it, because I just thought all the swords being the same would look very bland, or bold, I should say. So I'm glad I have that new wooden sword that's come in my hand. Plus, I think it's probably the coolest out of all the swords anyway, so there is that. So I'm just going to dump that. Next one is the stone sword. I put this one as the shortest among all of them, just because I want to kind of get a different feel with short swords and long swords across my texture packs. So expect that for the future for new texture packs if I'm ever going to make them. But yeah, this is the stone sword. You can tell that the sides are actually starting to get longer as the tier goes along, and it kind of looks short as well as a mix between the faithful and the default look. So there is that. Next one that's coming up is the iron. Of course, it's just a pale iron-looking sword. Nothing exactly very special, but the sides are a little longer. So there is that. It's just a little shorter than the diamond one. And of course, there's a orange one that's gold, and then there's the diamond one, which is actually the longest sword in the texture pack. Next one moving on is the Thunder Gap. And I call it the Thunder Gap just because it has a thunder on it. But sadly, if I go look it up, it's not called a Thunder Gap. It's called Golden Apple. Sorry to say, guys, but this is a golden apple. Instead of it having yellow, it also has the orange strip to complement it, like I mentioned before, and it has the lightning bolt in the middle to represent lightning bolt, which is apparently my favorite RR yet. So, apparently, moving on. Next is the Enchanted Book. You notice right away that instead of it having a red ribbon or a pink ribbon, it actually has a blue ribbon. So, to bring that out to show you guys, I'll just bring a Prot 1 book, for example, after being enchanted. I thought it would be a better idea to also light up the letters that were on the book, so I think it looks a little neater, and it actually looks more abbreviated, a lot cooler, I guess, to bring out the fact that it's enchanted anyway. Next coming up is the bowls. I guess if you guys like Soup PvP, bowls are black. I kind of like black as a scheme color, so. The stick, of course, is with the base of all of these, if you guys have noticed. So there's where I got the stick from. Ender pearls. The ender pearls are brighter than they usually are. So let me go bring out the ender pearls real quick here. And if I set myself over to time set night, you can obviously tell from the ender pearl that it is actually a lot brighter even at night. And I think that was actually really cool. So I'm going to set myself back and show off the rest of the items. Enchant bottles. So enchant particles are still the same. I have not changed those yet. Obviously, you would see that if I had set myself actually to game mode 0. Obviously, I'm being way too bad. Oh, never mind. But yeah, the enchant particles still are normal, I guess you say, normal faithful. Nothing new with the bottle. But the newest thing in my texture pack is the eggs, obviously to complement something very peculiar in Lightning Bolt. And that is a person who is Xenchen. Xenchen! Okay, the last thing I think I should be covering is the highlighted ores, aside from what I'm going to be doing next. So, the highlighted ores obviously are highlighted ores, except they're the default edit, not exactly the faithful edit, but the default edit. But I guess the last things I could cover is the new hotbar and everything. So, not really too much of a change, but I guess it's the last thing I can cover. So, once again, obviously setting stuff to game mode 0, getting kind of bad here, but you notice the hunger bars are same as last time, just steak bars as usual. The hearts are still blue, the absorption hearts are still orange. Numbers haven't changed, but the hotbar section has. You'll notice that there's an actual blue square that's been divided up on the bottom instead of a little highlighted circle, and it's been based off of the default, so it actually looks really neat. I'm glad I used a couple new features using a different resource pack editor, so I'm really very glad I got to do this. GUI is still the same, clear GUI with my name labeled. That's all the changes that have been added to it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little resource pack showcase. It has not been much, but yeah, I guess that's kind of it. So thank you guys for 100 subscribers so far, and I hope to see you all in future videos. See you guys.